When I was 19, I was put in charge of leading our door-to-door sales team. Now, when you work in door-to-door sales, you only ever have one objective. Don't get the door slammed in your face. Even though this was my first ever leadership position, I thought I knew what it takes to become an effective leader. I was so happy. I felt invincible. I thought to myself, this is my chance. Leadership is going to be so easy. Let me just tell you now, I was the worst leader possible. Now you all might think he's probably exaggerating, but no, I was literally the worst leader there could be. I didn't know. There was one time when one of my team members was running 3 minutes late for a team meeting, and I told him, "What time do you call this?" Let me guess, late o'clock? This was just one of my many fine examples of great leadership. I thought some people were born great leaders, and others weren't. I just happened to be one of the unlucky ones. I didn't know. Soon after, my manager called me into her office and told me, "Ben, if you don't meet your sales targets tomorrow, I'm afraid I'm going to have to let you go." She didn't do those hand gestures, but she might as well have. I was devastated at my own incompetence. I wanted to get better, but I didn't know. The next day came, and as I was walking along the road, something hit me. It was boredom. So I decided to knock on my first and only door that day. When the door opened, I met an ordinary guy with 2 small children running around. Surprisingly, he was not interested in what I was selling. I was ready to turn back and carry on my one-man pity party. But he invited me in. He actually wanted to hear more about my sales pitch. I thought to myself, Benjamin, pity can make people do strange things. Then as we were talking more and more, I eventually told him that today was going to be my last day on the job and that tomorrow I would be let go. He then told me, "Ben, even though you failed this time, you can still do better next time. And this whole door-to-door sales thing is actually pretty easy." I thought to myself, pretty easy? I gave blood, sweat, and tears for this job. And here comes a man telling me, "You know what, Ben, it's actually pretty easy." I even bought a book called Self-Confidence for Dummies. Self-Confidence for Dummies! And now he's telling me it's pretty easy. I then told him, "You know what, maybe you're right. Maybe it's pretty easy, maybe for you. But for me, I've reached my limits. I can only go this far. I tried and I can't get any better. This is how far I can go." Then he smiled. Then he looked at me. He looked at me some more. At that point, I felt quite uncomfortable. But then he eventually spoke. And he said, "Ben, you need to see this video." August 1st, 2011 is a day I will never forget. It was the day I knew. It was the day I was given the knowledge of possibility. I wasn't given any new tools or equipment. All I was given were some words, and yet there's such a profound impact on me. I thought to myself, what would happen if I would go and purposely would gather knowledge? Just how much would I grow? Over the years, the more knowledge I gathered on personal development, the same conclusions seem to ring true to me. It is the distinct lack of knowledge which hinders and locks people in the prison of their own ignorance. It is not knowing which leaves people feeling trapped. A lack of knowledge can lead to hate, wars, misunderstandings, and even being in a job they don't want to be in. Prejudice is the ultimate showcase of what a lack of knowledge can do. I fundamentally believe once we're more open to understanding just how important knowledge can be, we can not only just grow ourselves, but we can grow as a global collective. Knowledge does not have to be based on just personal development, but rather it can be based on anything. It can be the article you read in a newspaper, a book, a person, a passing word. It can literally be based on anything. And the fascinating thing about knowledge is that it can affect you in so many possible ways. One stray word might empower you to give you the push to challenge and grow yourself. And without that piece of knowledge, the push for growth would not have happened. There are 3 steps. 3 steps in which you yourself can make the most out of knowledge. First, you must gain knowledge. You must be open and expose yourself to it. You can't use knowledge unless you have a way of capturing it, whether it be through paying attention, writing it down, or even taking a picture, like the flower reaching towards the sun for growth. You too must reach towards knowledge. Next, you must use the knowledge. You need to go and apply what you have learned. It might be through taking the advice on board, making a small habit change, or even critically thinking about a new theory. It might seem like that you make an insignificant change, but even the smallest change shows that you are growing. Finally, share what you've learned. We humans love to share what we know. We get giddy with excitement once you're about to tell a friend a story. Once you share it, you can grow from it, because sharing will give you a whole different perspective on what you already know. This is why TED is so incredible. It allows us to gain knowledge, use knowledge, and share knowledge in the hope of inciting discussion, creating a better world, and making lasting change. Knowledge is something that we all desire. Even if we don't realize it, we all want greater happiness, fulfillment, and joy in our lives. The reason why you feel like you might not be progressing or growing is simply because you don't know what you can know. They say knowledge gives you growth. And I say knowledge can also give you power. Knowledge has helped me in so many incredible ways. It helped me to smile. Before, I never smiled this much. It's made me the healthiest person I've ever been. Before, I was pretty much just a couch potato. The sofa was my kingdom. And then, most importantly, it has shown me what I was born to do. And that is to share knowledge. I will leave you with this final note. Gain knowledge, use knowledge, and share knowledge so that we can all unlock the door to our ability of greatness. Thank you.